Okay guys, Jamaica is now waking up to the aftermath of Hurricane Melissa. So, did they survive the night? That's what people want to know. Well, by every estimation, one thing is clear. The damage they are waking up to, as Red Cross put it, is a disaster of unprecedented catastrophe. The winds reached 185 miles per hour, officially making it the strongest ever storm to hit Jamaica. There's been severe flooding, many roads become unusable, trees were uprooted, roofs were blown off. In fact, there's many reports of Jamaicans being stuck on roofs as we speak. About 75% of the country has no electricity, and one MP was even quoted saying that it resembled the scene of an apocalypse movie. But here's the astonishing part. Despite all of that, there has not been any reports of any deaths in Jamaica yet, and hopefully it stays that way. In fact, it was the opposite. There was new life. A baby was born during the hurricane. That is wild. They have a long road of rebuilding ahead of them, so keep them in your thoughts, and I'll keep you guys updated. Miss Universe 2025 will go down as their most controversial year in history. So the winner was just revealed to be Mexico's Fatima Bosch, the same girl who was called a dumbhead by the pageant's director, triggering mass walkouts by contestants and a huge global backlash. But that was just a tiny fraction of the problems that they've run into this year. After that incident, a former winner of the contest was criticized for making racist comments online towards the pageant's director, calling him that despicable Chinese. And then when someone in the chat corrected her, saying that he was actually Thai, Alicia Machado said, "Chinese, Thai, Korean, to me, all of these people with slanted eyes like this are Chinese." This is while she was pulling the corners of her eyes. Miss Israel got a wave of death threats online after a clip of her went viral, seemingly giving Miss Palestine crazy side-eye. She then had to come out and deny these claims, saying that the footage was cropped and taken from a distorted angle, and that she did not look at Miss Palestine with any hostility. Miss Jamaica was placed on a stretcher and rushed to hospital after she fell off the stage during one of the walks. And then just days before the winner was set to be announced, two judges abruptly stepped down from the competition, with one of them accusing the pageant of being rigged. In fact, the president of the Miss Universe organization was even asked by reporters about these rigging allegations while he was literally standing next to the winner. Now, he strongly denied all of the accusations. But in the end, Thailand was runner-up, with Venezuela, Philippines, and the Ivory Coast also making it into the top 5. The question is, do you think that the right person won or not? Guys, I don't think you understand how much is about to kick off in the next few hours. So right now, as I'm recording, Trump is meeting with the Crown Prince of Saudi, Mohammed bin Salman, and today they're going to be signing a $1 trillion investment commitment in the United States, which actually rose in that meeting from 600 billion. Just casually, oh, let's just add another 400 billion. What's 400 billion among friends, huh? But also happening in the next few hours, also in DC, is a hugely significant vote from the House of Representatives whether to or not release the Epstein files. And this vote has been stalled for months, only for it to be landed on the same day there is a massive global internet outage. Yes, because also happening right now, you've probably seen it already, the IT company Cloudflare, which underpins thousands of websites around the world. We're talking X, ChatGPT, Spotify, Zoom, Canva, and many more. So many people couldn't access this today. Now, they have said that the problem has been fixed, but many people are still reporting that they can't access certain apps and websites. It doesn't end there. Ronaldo, he is in Washington right now, and he is going to be having dinner and a meeting with Donald Trump literally in the next couple of hours. And they're going to be speaking about the World Cup, world peace, and apparently what they have in common. Love to know what that is. Looking forward to that. But then also it doesn't end there, because Nicki Minaj, she's going to be delivering a speech to the United Nations at their headquarters in New York. What a wild world. She said that she's going to be working alongside the Trump administration to highlight the claims of Christian persecution in Nigeria. All of that happening right now. Holy hell. Guys, I have just arrived to the end of Las Vegas. You want to know what I mean by that? Look. The road just
ends. But it's not just the city's borders that go from something to absolutely nothing. It might now also be the entire city.
Vegas is dying. That's what people everywhere are saying. And to be honest, the numbers are worrying.
Tourism in Las Vegas is in a big slump this summer, costing the city billions of dollars.
Tourism is down a whopping 11%. June alone saw 400,000 less visitors. Billion-dollar resorts are empty.
This is starting to get creepy, don't you think?
The Vegas airport is losing hundreds of thousands of passengers. And overall, the numbers haven't been this low since there was a global pandemic. Now, I refuse to believe that this was possible. So I went to go see it for myself. And before I even got to the hotel, I started to see what people were talking about. The 19-minute ride from the airport was $95. The minibar had a pressure sensor. So if you wanted to pick something up for more than 60 seconds, they charge it to your room. And you do not want that. A can of Coke was $12. Crisps were $10. 2 energy drinks ran me back $18. 2 coffees and a cake pop, $28. A bottle of water in Caesar's Palace, $12. A basic sandwich, $17. And that's not even including tip.
Get me out of here.
Heck, money can accidentally leave your pocket in Vegas. While we were there, a mother reported her hotel charging her $224 after her son unknowingly unplugged the weight sensor tray to use the wall sockets. I mean, she should have known. It does say that you'll be charged $50 a day plus taxes on this tiny little note right here. How could you miss that? Now, I go much deeper into this in the full YouTube video, so go watch that after this. But beyond the prices, there's also a major generational shift in Vegas. Gen Z aren't drinking, smoking, or partying as much anymore. In fact, when booking a vacation, they're the most likely generation to search for nature. Yeah, a little different to the inside of a smoke-filled casino. I mean, just look inside the most expensive resort ever built in Vegas. It's completely dead, despite the owner stating that this project was themed to attract a younger crowd. But the ultimate question, after a full week in Vegas, did I and my friends think that this felt like a dying city? Well, not exactly. It felt like a hurting city, most certainly. And if the prices of Vegas keep going up, yeah, it's gonna have more problems to come. But it still attracts over 40 million visitors each year. That's staggering. And Vegas has faced problems like this in the past, and it's reinvented itself, and it definitely needs to once again. But if you go there on a Saturday night, there is nowhere in the world that is quite like it. So if you want to see our full experience and reasoning for saying this, make sure to go check out the full video. A new study has found that raccoons are showing early signs of domestication. Dogs, you may have competition. Now, the study conducted at the University of Arkansas suggests that raccoons living in urban areas in North America are physically changing in response to life around humans. Now, the researchers suggested that domestication starts when wild animals start hanging around humans and adapt on their own, rather than us domesticating them. Dogs hung around ancient garbage piles and cats showed up for the mice that followed. But in this process over hundreds of years, physical changes were also observed: shorter snouts, smaller heads, floppy ears, and white patches of fur. This pattern, which is noted all the way back in the 1800s, is called the domestication syndrome. And raccoons in the Big 25 and before GTA 6 might have that syndrome. Of the 20,000 raccoons observed across the US, researchers discovered that the ones living in the city have shorter snouts than the ones living in rural areas. Bro, what even is this year? Was black magic just used in a World Cup qualifier? So last night, Nigeria and DR Congo played, but only one could qualify. Now, Nigeria ended up losing on penalties despite their best efforts at sabotage. But the wild part is their head coach is blaming it on voodoo. Footage shows in the final moments of the penalty shootout, chaos erupting as Coach Chile was trying to confront someone on Congo's team, not once, but twice. But in a bizarre post-match interview, he was asked why he got so angry.
During all the penalty decision, a guy of Congo did some voodoo. Every time. So this is why I was a little nervous after him.
What did you see?
Yeah, something like that. You know, with the I don't know if it's a water or something like that, you know, so...
Now, with this result, the whole of Nigeria is heartbroken right now. But considering this is the second time in a row they failed to qualify, that raises the question, is there some voodoo involved, or was the coach just a little salty?